Supplies you're going to need for this project is a pine cone, some cotton balls, and if you have a feather, you could use a feather. If you have some googly eyes, that would work. Otherwise, we can make it work with just the supplies that we have on hand. So the fun thing about cotton balls that a lot of people don't know is that you can actually unroll a cotton ball because it is just cotton swirled up into a ball. So we're just gonna find the end of the cotton by just pulling really gently on the side of the cotton ball. So here I have the end of it. I got really lucky with that one. And I'm just unrolling my cotton so that I can make a long row of cotton. And I'm gonna do that to maybe 2 or 3 cotton balls. Unrolling it by pulling it gently. And if you don't find it right away, just move on to another side of your cotton ball. So I got 2 unrolled. This one didn't work so well for me. I'm gonna set it to the side. I might use it later. But I'm gonna stop at 2 because I don't wanna unroll more than I need. So I'm gonna take my first one and I'm gonna take my pine cone. Now I glued my pine cone to a piece of cardboard. If you don't wanna do that, you don't have to. But I'm just gonna start with the end of my cotton and I'm going to shove it in between the parts of my pine cone. And I'm just gonna turn it and I'm gonna go around my pine cone, shoving it in between some of those areas. So I have my pine cone all covered and I'm just kind of shoving it in any areas that I don't like. And I'm gonna find the part that I like the best, and that's gonna be the front. If you wanna add more cotton to cover some of these areas up, you definitely can, but you don't have to. I think I might take a little bit more and just put it up here because I like how this kind of looks like designs that would be on the owl's chest, but I don't really want a whole lot of that up by his head. So I'm gonna put some more right here. So I have my owl all set now. This is gonna be his front. And this is where I would take some googly eyes. If you don't have any googly eyes, you can just make some eye circles out of paper, just cut them out. If you only have white paper, you can always color it. And mine, I think they have stickies on the back so I can attach them, but it's not working so well for me. So I'll just get a little bit of glue and put them on there. Remembering that owls have very large eyes, so I'd put my eyes here. If you have a feather or if you find one outside, you can always shove it in there to make his wings, okay? If you don't have a feather, again, you could make some out of paper, or you could make it out of a cotton ball too. For example, if I just gently pull this cotton ball apart and make it really fluffy, then it can look more like a wing. So I'm just really gently pulling it. I don't want to rip it apart, and just separating it so it's like a little fluffy blob there. And I can attach that onto my little snowy owl like this, okay? I can also find something that I might want to use for a beak, or I can try to push some of that out, and that could be like his little beak. Maybe I want to take another tiny little piece of a cotton ball and cover up these other ones. So that one really looks like his beak. And then the other ones would be kind of the designs on his chest. And I can show those off more if I want to by pushing that in between, or I can hide them more if I want. I kind of like it with the cotton ball instead of the feather. But you have to decide how you want your little snowy owl to look. It's pretty cute. What else can you add onto your snowy owl? And what can we learn about snowy owls? Do some research and make some art. So I found a book about snowy owls that shows a lot of really interesting pictures and talks a lot about snowy owls. So I thought I'd share that with you. So it says that they hunt for food while they're in the air and while they're on the ground, which is really different for owls. They also have very, very large feet. And I like their bright yellowish, orangish eyes. It's kind of like that school bus yellow. So here's one flying, and you can see how big his feet are. They almost look furry like dog's feet. And here you can see his talons, and his feet are spread out because he's going to catch whatever that is on the ground to eat. And here are some pictures of baby snowy owls next to some of their eggs. And here's the mother sitting with the babies to try to keep them warm. So really interesting. So as I'm looking at my little owl that I made, I'm noticing that the eyes don't really match. The pupils are quite a bit smaller usually, and he has that bright yellow or orange color. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to color the eyes. If you made your eyes out of paper, you might want to think about making them either coloring your paper that color or using construction paper that's kind of yellow or orangish with a little black in the center. Well, this isn't working very well for me. I'm going to keep trying, but if it doesn't work, I might just make some out of paper. So I tried again, and I got the eyes a little brighter of a yellow, so I think I like that better. So now I just need to glue all my stuff on and attach him, and I think he's really cute. As I was looking through this book, I did notice that there is a baby penguin here, and baby penguins are also pretty white. They're a little bit more gray, but on the white side, and they're really fluffy. So I bet I could use the same idea but turn it into a baby penguin, and I just have to figure out a way to make his head kind of black. I'm wondering if I could use some paint, some watercolor paint on the cotton ball to make it look like that, and maybe make his eyes quite a bit smaller. I can't wait to see what you experiment with.